Hi guys, thanks for joining me. We have an amazing supermoon in Taurus coming up on the 14th of November, and I'm really excited about this supermoon because it's positive and it's practical and it's really simple to understand. So it's really the opposite of the new moon that we had in Scorpio at the end of October, which was all about magic and mystery and the darkness. This is like night and day because this full moon is going to really give you a very practical understanding of the physical, practical circumstances in your life. Career, physical health, relationships, money, all of the everyday things that we all experience. And because you have such a great insight into those things, because you're so aligned with that energy, you can really affect a lot of good change in those areas. Now, this full moon happens at 1:51 in the afternoon, and that's based on Greenwich Mean Time. So if you're outside of Europe, then please take the time difference into account. And it is a supermoon, so it's closer to the Earth than a regular full moon would be. And because it's closer, it looks bigger. So if it's a clear night, you'll really be able to see this look a lot bigger. I think they look about 14 to 30% bigger than regular full moons. And because it's so close, it has a stronger influence on us. So even people who aren't particularly aligned with the seasons or the full moons, they will notice this full moon because it really packs a punch. Now, as always, the moon is 180 degrees away from the sun. It's reflecting the sun's light. It's in Taurus, so it's showering us with this Taurus energy. Taurus is the most practical of the earth signs. It's the bull, and the bull is interested in maintaining the status quo. It's interested in security, being grounded, beautiful things, luxury, money, physical health, connection with other people, and all of the things that really have to do with planet Earth. So you're really surrounded by all of that energy, so you're really going to have an intuitive, innate understanding of what those things are. If there are things going on in your life, in any of those areas that you're not satisfied with, this is a good time to really get closure and to use this powerful energy to resolve the issues that are outstanding. So if you're working and you have a pile of folders on your desk that you need to sort out, it's a good time to use this energy to actually get busy and practical and to do the work. If you want to draw up contracts, or if you need to discuss something with the boss about where your office is, where you're going to be located, what part of the business you're going to be working in. All of those very, very practical considerations are things that you can engage with. Where to put, and I know it sounds banal and mundane, but where to put your plant in your office. That's what this really is. It allows you to focus on the really most mundane aspects of life and to make them better. If your relationship has unresolved issues going on within it, if you're in a long distance relationship and you haven't quite figured out whether you're going to maintain it as being long term or whether you're going to move, whether you'll move or the other person will move, this is a great time to discuss the practical circumstances around the relationship and also to accept the outcome, to accept the result that you agree. In terms of your physical health, you will really, again, be very much aligned with your own body. And if you've always just been, eating your lunch and 2 hours later you've been half asleep in your living room or at your desk, and you haven't really connected the dots, that may have something to do with what you're actually putting in your body, with what you're eating, you will become acutely aware of that. So look at that, see how you feel during the day, become self-aware and see what tweaks you can make and how you can improve your personal sense of well-being and how you can maintain your energy levels. Finances as well. Look at your bank balance. Look at the direct debits that are going out. The really, really mundane, again, practical things that are happening. Have you got more direct debits or standing orders going out than income coming in? Do you have 5 different bank accounts and you can't maintain them? Do you not open your credit card bills when they come through the door? All of these really practical things you can sort out. Now, the other thing is that this full moon is at 22 degrees. The number 22 in numerology is the number of the master builder. And if I had to associate any sign of the zodiac with the energy of the master builder, it would be Taurus, because this is really bricks and mortar. It is the most practical of all things. So you can really sort things out in an amazing way that's going to have a long-term effect on your life and a positive influence on your life for the foreseeable future. So you've got all of these things working together: the master number vibration, the Taurus energy, and it being a supermoon. So if there have been things that have been eluding you for a while, now's the time to sort them out. So on the other side of the chart, we've got the Sun in Scorpio, we've got Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio, and we've got Mercury in Sagittarius. And that's the energy that's kind of shining onto this full moon. So that is the opposite of what's going on. So you don't need to worry so much about the resentments or the hidden feelings that you have to figure out. What's going to come much more naturally is a look ahead, is how you can expand in your life. You will become much more interested in things like travel, sports, politics, education, learning, all again in a practical sense, and how you can operate from this very solid base that you've now got, and how you can expand and grow and move forward. The full moon as well sextiles Chiron in Pisces at 20 degrees, and Chiron is the wounded healer. So the fact that there's a positive kind of easy energy between this full moon again in Taurus and the wounded healer means it's a great time to heal things. So I mentioned the diet, that you'll have a great insight, but more than that, if you go for treatments, or if you're performing treatments on people, if you're doing massage therapy or reflexology, aromatherapy, one, you'll benefit from actually receiving those things, and the healing effects are going to be magnified and greater. And also, if you're performing those things, you will see that you're having a greater influence and a greater impact on the person actually receiving the work that you're doing for them. So it's really, things are coming together to really sort out the physical by connecting it with this healing spiritual energy. There's a quincunx between the moon and the midheaven, which is in Sagittarius, which echoes the Mercury in Sagittarius energy. There's a focus on what is coming up in future. Again, the midheaven is at 22 degrees, the number of the master builder. So how are you going to use your practical understanding and all of this closure that you've now got in your life to plan ahead for the future? Where do you see yourself working in 5 years? Is this relationship going anywhere? Are you going to move in together? Do you think you may have children? Are you going to get married? And what's going on with your finances? If you keep spending the way you are you going to have the deposit for the house that you want to buy in 10 years? Or are you going to be more in debt than you are right now? It's really thinking along the most practical level that you can. And health-wise, if you're going to McDonald's every day for your breakfast, how are you going to be in terms of your health over the next couple of months and years? Is that something that you're happy with? Or do you want to change it? Do you want to do more exercise to offset the McDonald's if you're committed to going there? Or do you want to get rid of the junk food diet and do less exercise? What is it that you want? And you're the person who can answer these questions, and you're the person who can really shape the future now for your greatest good. And basically what this boils down to is, how well do you feel within yourself? And what do you want to achieve? So that's what we've got with this moon. I also think there's the potential to really have some sort of financial success. Yes, one, because you're smart and because you're aligned with that energy and because you get it and you can work with it. But also, it's a lucky time where potential windfalls can appear, and actual abundance can just appear in your life for you to actually work with. So yes, it's very practical and very much down to the actions you take, but there's also a bit of luck factor involved here, which really gives you something to go on. Now, before I finish, I just want to mention as well that this full moon in Taurus is ruled by Venus, or Taurus, the sign itself, is ruled by Venus. And Venus is the planet of love and beauty. She's the goddess of creativity. And she's in the very earthy, practical sign of Capricorn. So the goddess, think of her as Aphrodite, usually flitting around, you know, kissing boys and having a good time. She's in her most serious mode, and she is really focused on producing something beautiful. She wants to work, and she wants to express her love and her sense of joy and enthusiasm for life in some sort of practical format. So for you artists out there, for you guys who really are able to create beautiful things in the here and now, this full moon is a total blessing for you. Because you're not only going to feel practical, you're going to be inspired. The muses, Aphrodite is singing into your ear, saying, yes, you can be creative, yes, you can achieve. And if you've got something in your head that looks beautiful, it's very likely that you can actually translate that into the physical world and express it in a way that you're satisfied with. So it's a great time for all you creative types, the artists, the designers, the performers, the singers, the contortionists, the pottery makers, the floristry people, all of you guys, you're going to really enjoy this and be blessed. And again, remember, master number 22, you can really create something that will stand the test of time and that's going to sit there for a while. That's be meaningful. So, you know, people create masterpieces all the time and they have certain periods in their life where they're most creative. For you, if you are a creative type, this is one of the most creative times that you're going to enjoy in the foreseeable future here. So I hope you have a wonderful full moon. If you would like a private reading about what your life purpose is, what's coming up in your finances, what you're supposed to be doing job-wise, what's coming up in your relationships, what may be the problems in your relationships and why they don't work, and you want to have an in-depth look at that, then please get in touch with me for a personal reading. Just go to my website, it's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab and you can order your reading with me there. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. That's the easiest way you can support me. And I will speak to you for the daily tarot readings that I do, the weekly horoscopes, these new moon and full moon videos, and also the monthly horoscopes for your sun sign. I hope you have a wonderful month and I will speak to you soon.